All right, welcome back, guys. Sean with Blue Ridge Silverhound, and today we're going to do kind of a little bit of a recap video. This is going to encompass a lot of great information that I have talked in, I guess, separate videos in the past, and just based off of demand from all the folks that have messaged me through chat boards and Facebook and all that stuff. We have come up with what I would consider to be some of the most encountered questions when it comes to the hobby. Things that you're going to see is how much is my coin worth? We're actually going to use a 1909 Lincoln cent, just a good old basic first year Lincoln cent for our exercise today. We're also going to explore how much is 1 ounce of silver. All right, that's pretty important in today's landscape, considering that silver has jumped in price quite nicely here in the last 60 days. And I think there's just a lot of people that want to get involved with investing at a very tangible level. Tangible being that it's something physical that you can feel in your hand, and that's what a lot of people like. In addition, where can you check for varieties? Okay, I have a number of great resources that we will explore also. How much is my coin graded? Let's say you have a coin you've heard a lot about of some of these YouTubers, myself included, that have discussed some coins that are worth X amount of dollars at a specific grade. We are going to dive into that as well. And then finally, another one that kind of works hand in hand with varieties. What kind of error do I have? All right, so one of the biggest resources that we won't show on this video, just due to just privacy, is going to be Facebook. Facebook and Instagram are two, I would say, very important, if not very, I don't know, it's a very today thing to be a part of social media. There are a lot of people that aren't into it, okay, and that's fine. It's just the wave of the future, I guess, and it appeals to a lot of folks who are under the age of 40. All right, so I kind of fall just outside of that, but I've learned to embrace social media as an outlet to, obtain information in any which form or matter, whether it's through coins or, how to lose weight, what's the next best, greatest diet, along with other just wide types of subjects. So social media is here to stay. That's going to be the wave of the future. That's going to be kind of like the most accessible information, if you need it now, from other people who are in that particular subject kind of interest. That is going to be one of the most important places to go. Now, Facebook, in a sense that there are Facebook groups that you could join. There's a coin group, there's a stamp group, there's a Pokemon group, there's a group who does nothing but exercising and CrossFit and diets and, making meals to, people that sell toys. It's like it's all over the place. So be sure to keep that in mind, but it won't be talked about here, just again for my privacy of my Facebook account on here. But we are going to check out some of the other great websites that are going to be essential tools. And the great news is they're all free. Okay? It's all public domain, free to you to use. Go ahead and check it out. The information is there for an obvious reason. And a lot of these sites, again, I advocate a great ton because we have some of the professionals in coins and in precious metals that are truly involved in making these sites much better, easier to understand for a lot of novice coin collectors. So that's a good thing. There's always improvement. When there's no more improvements, the website will essentially die a slow death. Okay, much like a lot of other websites that don't get the particular upkeep and attention that they deserve. All right, so when we're going to search for a coin value, keeping in mind we have just a basic circulated 1909 Lincoln cent, one of my go-to sources, undoubtedly, is going to be eBay. Now, there's a lot of people that don't particularly care about eBay for whatever reason. Maybe you had a bad experience or you just don't like the way that the website is set up. keep in mind, eBay's been around for over 20 years. Again, they're a site that's going to be around for a long time. This is a wave of online auctions where it just never happened. You just didn't see this kind of availability previous to like 1998. You just didn't. You had to go to a coin shop to sell your coins or just get information. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and look around for a 1909 Lincoln Cent. You want to know how much it's worth? Is it even worth selling at this point? You know, it really depends on grade. Grade plays a huge component in the value of your coins. Okay, so we're going to go under this section called Collectibles and Art. We're going to go ahead and scroll over to Coins and Paper Money. So it's always easiest to drill down to a specific section or subsection of the coin you're looking for. It's just going to make it a whole lot easier. You're going to get rid of all of the irrelevant other listings. You know, someone could put in a 1909 Lincoln Zephyr, and you would think to yourself, well, that's not really relevant to me. I'm not looking for an old 100-year-old car. Okay, so 1909 Lincoln Cent is a U.S. coin, so we're going to go ahead and drill down further. And when you click Coins U.S., you could actually drill down even further. So this is what is considered a small cent. They made large cents, they made small cents. After 1857, they were called small cents. So we're going to go ahead and click that. Now, you could start here by simply typing in your coin in this search field, and it's going to bring up all the listings under small cents. Okay, let's say you don't know a whole lot more than the fact that you do have this coin with Abraham Lincoln on front of the coin, as opposed to drilling down even further. You could simply type in 1909 Lincoln. Boom. So when the page first comes up, it's going to give you all of what they call the best match type listings. Okay, it may not 100% fit exactly what you're looking for. So what I like to do is change this to ending soonest, and then you're going to see the more relevant material come up that's going to be ending right away. Now you're going to have to forgive me, my internet's been slow today, so we'll give this a moment to upload, and then we'll go ahead and kind of dissect all the 1909 Lincoln cents that are on this page. So let's see. Yep. Hopefully it won't take too long, you know. There we go. All right, so these listings include not only original, just kind of like auction style formats where people actually bid up to a certain dollar value before the auction ends, but it also includes best offers or buy it nows or add to cart, checkout type coins. So we have a few coins that are ending, you know, at the soonest, 31 minutes to go. And then we have a number of coins. See these coins here that say best offer, okay? These are ones that are buy it nows, which means you can go in, click buy it now, add it to your cart, and then run away with it. And then that particular seller will send it to you. So this one right here where you actually see a numerical bid, okay? This is an actual bidding format. They probably put this up for like 5 to 7 days. They just let it bid, you know, free shipping. This one's up to $12.50. So this particular coin right here, keep in mind it says VDB. There's two different types of 1909 Philadelphia Lincoln cents. If it's Philadelphia, it won't have any discernible mint mark, unlike the Denver and San Francisco Lincoln cents in the series. So this is a variant where the VDB initials are going to be on the reverse of the coin, like so. So you can see the VDB right there. Not all coins have that. This is probably the more desirable coin because it does have Victor David Brenner's initials on the reverse of the coin. So let's say you have a coin that does not have the VDB on the reverse. This listing would probably be irrelevant to you. All right, so these are all listings that are still live. Okay, they still have time left. But let's say you didn't want to wait for any specific auction to end. Well, there's good news. You could actually search through finished auctions, stuff that have sold already. So you're going to scroll all the way down the left side when you get to this show only, and then we're going to go ahead and do sold items. And then what we can do from here is do ended recently, and then we can kind of just explore what kind of coin you have. Is it a 1909S? That's a pretty tough date right there. And then you have people selling rolls, that they've added 1909, reverses on the end, and all that great stuff. And then you get to the actual individual listings of some of the coins in their current condition. Okay, you're kind of using a little bit of just common sense when you're looking at these coins. Like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that this 1909, which by the way does not have the VDB initials because it's not in the listing, this coin is in pretty low condition, probably at the best fine. All right, you can see a few of the nicks and scratches and all that great stuff. So at this point, what you're going to do is take your coin that you have in possession of, and you're simply going to find a coin that is similar in condition. So that might involve you just scrolling down, taking a look at all the images, kind of matching up a circulation style of a coin that is sold compared to what you own, and then just kind of, make an assessment price-wise of how much that coin is worth. All right, so let's say you had a pretty decent looking coin. It's not a VDB. It looks similar to this, only this says VDB in it, so that one wouldn't quite work. Let's see. There are plenty more 1909 VDBs than there are regular types, but they're not necessarily more valuable. All right, I know, it's crazy. But if we scroll down to a certain point, let's say this is the coin that you have. It looks good. It's got a little bit of that luster. It's all original, never been cleaned. This one sold for $18. And it even gives you the timestamp and the date. September 2nd at 1:51 in the afternoon, which is, believe it or not, that's today as of this video. So let's say your coin looks like this. This one was listed as a buy it now type style auction for $18, which means someone came in, they hit buy it now, and they purchased it knowing that that is the coin that they will be receiving in this particular listing. All right, so we have also $1.99 shipping. So let's just say this coin sold for 20 bucks. All right, so let's see if we can find one that is a standard listing that is not a buy it now, although that is a pretty good piece of evidence for you to use for valuation. Now here's another coin here that it's in a little bit lesser condition. It doesn't have some of that mint red luster coming back. This is another one that sold for about $6.40. Okay, another buy it now type featured listing. All right, so you could literally spend probably 15-20 minutes looking for that one coin that someone had put up on here as a traditional auction type, and you'll eventually get your answer. Here's one right here. This one looks pretty similar to a coin that you may have. This one had 7 bids, sold for $12.50, $3 shipping, $15.50. All right, so now that you've got all the information, we can deduce that the coin that you own is worth somewhere in the neighborhood of, let's say, $11 to $12 to as high as $20. So it's a pretty wide range right there. It really depends on how you list your coins, but at least it gives you an idea of the valuation of your coin in real time as it's happening right now. That's the cool thing about using eBay, is that it's a virtual, up-to-date, up-to-the-minute price guide, whereas a standard price guide is antiquated. They print it once a year. They make the adjustments once a year. In hindsight, it's not as accurate as what you would normally find on just eBay completed auctions. All right, so that is the first one there. The second one is, how much is 1 ounce of silver, and where to buy at the cheapest. Okay, I get this a lot. Maybe not necessarily with 1 ounce of silver, but just, how much is one of something. But I figure we're going to use silver because it's a very trendy thing right now. I mean, silver and gold is trending because the prices jumped quite a bit. So let's go ahead and we're going to use eBay again. Okay, this has been a phenomenal tool up to this point. Let's go ahead and start from the very beginning. And now it's really up to you to decide what kind of 1 ounce, silver are you looking for? Are you looking for a bar? Are you looking for a round? Are you looking for a coin like a silver eagle? So we're just going to put 1 ounce of silver. Okay, so you really want to know what the cheapest 1 ounce of silver is. Okay, so what we're going to do is, aside from a general auction format listing, where you can look at that, but you might get tired of it. Let's go ahead and try buy it now. And then we're going to go with the lowest price with shipping for 1 ounce of silver. Now you got to read the descriptions carefully, because this one right here, which looks like a buffalo head, it looks legit, all right, is actually a copper round. Okay, it's only like $4.60. It seems cheap. That's probably the reason why, is because it's copper and not silver. Okay. If you were really, really kind of like low budget when it comes to investing, copper might be your thing. But this is still expensive to pay $4.60 for 1 ounce, considering that it costs less than $3, for an ounce. But we're going to keep scrolling on down till we come to the first ounce. So right here we have an American Prospector 1 ounce 999 value fine silver bullion bar U.S. Union souvenir. Now here's a problem. Price of silver is like $28 an ounce right now. But keep in mind, take a look at this. It's from China. Not that that means anything, but a lot of counterfeits come from that area. Let's go ahead and click in there and see what this one's all about. Okay, so a couple things you're going to look for. You're going to look at the vendor selling it. You're going to look at the feedback rating, 100%. And then just go ahead and scroll down and see what they're selling. So right here, silver plated. You can see that plain as day. That's one of the first things I saw as soon as I scrolled down to the actual description area. Okay, it's a silver plated item, probably silver plated over copper, and then that's why it's so cheap. All right, so this is one that you'll want to avoid. It does look too good to be true, that's for sure. But realistically, we're going to have to scroll all the way down. It's going to take a little while, considering that silver, again, is one of the highest trending items out there. It's expensive and people want it. All right, so we have to get down to a point where let's go ahead and advance a couple pages here. Excuse me. All right, so we probably went one too many pages ahead. But here you go. This is, again, some of the cheapest silver. You'll see that this one right here is 1 troy ounce of silver. I'm willing to bet that's legit. $30 with $4.20 shipping. So that's $34.20. Keep in mind that silver is trading at a pretty good premium today. So here's what we're going to do. I want to go back one page and go to page 2, because I believe this is where we're going to see. Read the descriptions. That is important, because check this out. This listing right here through AppNext shows you a 1 ounce silver American Eagle, but you're just bidding or buying the U.S. Mint box. You're buying the container that coin went into for $18.13. Okay, that could be tricky. So read all of the descriptions. Sorry, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a headache. All right, so I think realistically, this is where we can start out at. So here's one ounce silver. This is a Philharmonic coin. So this is the, I guess, the Austrian version of the silver bullion, like an eagle. This one's at $31.50. It is 1 ounce. Okay, that's probably a pretty good buy at only $3 above melt right now. And then I would probably back up a little bit here. Vintage Engelhard Baker Dental Division 1 ounce silver pellets. Okay, if you're into pellets, you could save yourself probably another $1.50. All right, not many people want the pellets for their actual tangible silver. Here is a 1 ounce Atlantis Mint Dragon Triple Nine silver bar, hand poured loaf bar, for $28.50. That's probably the bargain in this entire listing for silver. And there you go. This individual right here has one for sale at $28.50. This bar was probably, well, it's a hand poured bar, obviously. I don't know if Atlantis was something that this seller created, but you see a lot of people do their own poured bars. Okay, and this is one of them. So this would be kind of like a good, I guess, option for you if you're looking to buy 1 ounce for the cheapest amount of money, $28.50. That is the conclusion that we have come up here. So that is how much is 1 ounce of silver and where to buy it the cheapest. Okay, so eBay may not be the cheapest. Check out AppMex. You know, they do give deals based off of not only volume, but if you pay with like a wire transfer instead of a credit card, you're going to see the big difference there price-wise. So make sure you check that out. Also check out all the other vendors that sell precious metals. You know, Modern Coin Mart, you know, to name a few. So, you know, that's that one. Okay. Oh, by the way, yeah, while we're at it, you want to know where to check for price of silver. Okay. I like using Coinflation. There you go. Bookmark this one, and there you go. That's active pricing right there for both gold and silver. All right. So you see silver has dropped 66 cents to 27.48. And gold has retraced $26.07 to 1944.56. All right, perfect. So back to Google, back to my spreadsheet. And the next one, where can I check for varieties? All right, so there's 3 main websites that I love for modern type of sites. All right, so sorry about that. And modern coins, that seems to be the most popular. The first one is going to be doubledie.com. Just go ahead and take a look how it's spelled. And this is a site that you could use. This is Wexler's site where you could check all the doubled dies, RPMs, inverted mint marks, blah, 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 blah. And if you click in one, actually you could go to double die listings. But this is a great website to kind of just go through and get all of the information overload that you are looking for. This is a great site, and Mr. Wexler knocks it out of the park. But go ahead and just take a quick brief look at all of the different types of coins that is featured on Mr. Wexler's site. Okay, this is just doubled dies. So it goes from pennies, and then the denominations go up. Franklin, Kennedy, double dies. If you click in one, then you just go ahead and drill down with a specific date. If you don't see your date in there, either one of two things happen. Either you have a brand new discovery, and if you did, you would have to send it to Mr. Wexler, or you may not have a variety at all. Maybe it could be a form of machine doubling at that point. But this is one of the great websites that's available. Okay, another one that I like to use that is strictly for Lincoln cents is going to be coppercoins.com. This is Chuck Daughtry's site. Okay, he's been around the business for many years. If you need an attribution of one of your Lincolns, let's do 1960. Go ahead, check this out. Play around with it. It's fantastic. Denver. Okay, what type of variety are we looking for? Well, let's go ahead and check out mint mark varieties. So that's cover all the RPMs, repunch mint marks. And there you go. All right, so from the top, they'll start off with the strongest, most desirable repunch mint marks, and then they drill down to the less spectacular, but they all look good. Keep in mind, 1960Ds, there's a ton of various attributions for this particular date. All right, so I bet you guys didn't know that there's more than just like 3 or 4 RPMs for 1960D. Think again. There's dozens. There's probably, yeah, there's over 100, that's for sure. So this is another great website. So the last one is going to be, let's see, we did doubledie.com, copper coins, and Variety Vista. I like Variety Vista because I like to research nickels. Okay, so as you can see, here's all of the attributed coin types on Variety Vista's site. You could do Lincoln pennies, and there's going to be some crossover between Double Die Wexler's files and Chuck Daughtry's files and what's in here. But there's also other denominations. So what you're going to do is bookmark all three of these sites and kind of bounce back and forth and cross-attribute your coin. All right? Or if you don't know anything about it, this is a great resource to just go into, click on each one of the hyperlinks for the denomination and for the series that you're interested in learning more about, and then just go ahead and just kind of soak it all in. There's a ton of double dies, transitionals, RPMs. You're going to have a lot of fun. Okay, but these are three of the top sites. This is Dr. Wiles' main site, okay, who's another expert in the field. So that's what we have here for varieties. And then you could always go back into eBay and see if that variety is for sale or has sold. All right, you're going to be surprised how much some of them sell for. But, use one and then go to the other. All right, so that covers varieties. The next one, let's go to how much is my coin graded. Okay, there's really one undisputed champ of coin prices when it comes to grading. And that's directly at the source. You can either do PCGS or NGC's website. They both have a price guide integrated in there. Now keep in mind, it is simply a guide, okay? But it'll give you kind of a roundabout figure of how much your coin can be worth. It might be worth more, might be worth less. It really depends on the specific market conditions. So, price guide. How about we go ahead and check out that 1909 Lincoln cent that we were talking about, okay? So we're going to go into Lincoln cent, the wheat reverse. Keep in mind these are PCGS graded price values, okay? NGC's is going to be slightly different. Some would say that NGC's pricing is a little bit less when it comes to the coin values, but, we're going to go ahead and check this out real quick. And then all the while that's uploading, again, my computer is so slow today. We've been having internet issues. How about we go ahead and start typing in how much some of these coins have sold for. A 1909 Lincoln PCGS graded coin. All right, so back again into Coins US. We're going to go to small cents. And then we're going to type in 1909 Lincoln PCGS. Let that load. And then you have all the live listings in all various grades. But let's go ahead and check out the sold listings. All right. So it starts with ended recently. So this is all stuff that is sold here, the most recent, and then it gets older as you go. But go ahead and check this out. Again, this is going to give you real world pricing. But if you wanted kind of like quick, easy access type of information, PCGS price guide. Okay, and then just go ahead and scroll down to your coin. There's always going to be 3 options for every date. Okay, and it's all going to be based off of color, and that's only true to Lincoln cents. It's going to be different with nickels. It's going to be different with dimes. But we have a 1909, and you guys remember the look of your coin that you have. I would say it's probably a brown. It's probably in between a brown and a red brown. So we're going to go ahead and click into this one. And let's assume that's kind of like a mid-state 61. All right, brown. So that's what your coin looks like right here. Color-wise. It's not going to be a 66, but it's got some wear on it. So here we are to the actual price guide part of the site. Now you can see the numerical grades across the top. You'll simply scroll over using this arrow function on the left, and then you're going to see mid-state 61. right here for a brown, and you're going to see a value of $26. Okay, again, that's a roundabout figure for a 1909 non-VDB brown coin in mint state 61. All right, and you would repeat the process for every other coin that you have. Again, it's a lot of fun. Okay, you're going to get a ton of information, and you can actually look at closed auctions of some of these other ones through like heritage auctions, great collections, and there's going to be clickable links to the actual listing on their site. That's cool. That's what I like. But you'll see the price go up as the grade gets better. You know, so if you went all the way up to 66, there you go, 175 bucks. And it'll give you the actual pop. It'll let you know how many coins were graded at that specific level. Sorry, I'm all choking up here. So that is kind of how to find out how much your coin is worth graded. And then finally, what's the last one? What kind of error do I have? Now this is a loaded question because some people do not know that they have a legit, genuine coin error, or sometimes they think that they have something that really isn't. So when I talk about errors, this is where a Facebook or Instagram page is going to come in handy. You go ahead and take the best pictures that you can of your coin. You go ahead and post it on a coin Facebook group. I highly recommend Coin Q&A. That's our group that we have, and it's fantastic. But you would go ahead and post your item, put it on the relevant page, and just get the common kind of general consensus of a lot of the other collectors that are, on board at that time. And they'll tell you, oh, this is what you have, or you know what, your coin's been cleaned, then that's what you have. Or it's been damaged, or this is what happened. A lot of us will give you the information you need so that way you're in the know. Okay, that's the thing. Not many people know exactly what they have. But another reference that I love using that you guys need to bookmark is coin error reference. So if you type that in, it's going to be this error-ref.com. And this is probably the ultimate error attribution site, bar none, for US coins on the internet. Make sure if you have something that you think is really neat, that's worth kind of like researching, use this site. It's information overload, but hopefully the amount of, access that you have to like social media and all the other forum sites, you'll have some idea of what kind of error you have. It even has all the contributors of the site, and they're all marquee error experts in the field. But look at all the things that it could be. And a lot of them, I guarantee you, 95% of you is probably not going to know exactly what a post-strike die contact is. But it's worth learning about. And there's pictures, okay? We are usually visual people. We like to look at pictures to help us understand what we have. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you kind of drill down into what kind of error you may have. Fantastic stuff. And I would say that we did a good job just kind of hitting all of the bullet points as easy as I could. We could get really deep into some of these subjects, but I don't want to get you guys lost. We want to keep it simple. If you have the accessibility to some of those social media sites, please use them. I would say I would be more available, but based off of my schedule, I wish there were 4 of me to help you guys out, but utilize some of the other resources that are certainly available to you. So that's going to do it for this one. Would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys again for joining in on my video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All the extra support that you provide by just simply hitting the like button or the subscribe button or sharing it. That's fine with me too. Would certainly help a long way during these crazy times. All right, I'm your host, Sean, with BlueRidgeSilverhound. As always, Coinaholics, we are discovering together. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Good luck in your searches, and I'll see you on the next coin video. Take care.